Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. A convicted sex offender from the Northwest Territories had his parole revoked after authorities say he contacted minors online and broke conditions of his release. A warning: this story involves details of sexual abuse towards minors. Marcus Bork of Fort Smith is serving a 7-year federal sentence. He was convicted in 2022 after spending nearly 3 years using fake social media profiles, impersonating popular teen personalities to lure children into sending him explicit images and videos. Now, Bork is also facing new charges involving similar allegations. The CBC's Devon Trudinick reports.
CBC News obtained the Parole Board of Canada's decision explaining why Bork's parole was revoked earlier this month. Bork had been granted full parole in July of 2025, but the board says he was later caught accessing the internet to contact minors and had also returned to drinking alcohol. The decision also says Bork is now facing new charges similar to the offenses that led to his original conviction. They include possession of child sexual abuse material. Exactly when and where Bork was arrested remains unclear. The parole board's decision says there was a warrant for his arrest in late March and that he is now being held in custody, but it does not say where. Northwest Territories RCMP told CBC News the arrest happened outside of the territory and they do not have further details. The decision also refers to an ongoing investigation involving Bork. Correctional Service Canada recommended that his parole be revoked, and the board says one of its biggest concerns is that despite completing treatment and programming, Bork has failed to put the skills he learned into practice. Bork is also subject to a lifetime order under Canada's Sex Offender Registry. Devon Trudinick, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Whitehorse RCMP have laid a charge in connection with a deadly crash on the Alaska Highway last week. Police say 2 vehicles collided head-on on August 18th between the Crestview subdivision and Cousins Airfield Road. 1 person was killed. RCMP have now charged 32-year-old Nicholas Salios with dangerous operation of a motor vehicle causing death. Salios is scheduled to appear in a Whitehorse courtroom on Thursday. Police say the investigation is continuing, but won't release further details while the case is before the courts. Yukoners have been asking for months what was behind those unusually high ATCO electric bills last winter. And now the Yukon government says it wants answers too. It's calling for an independent review of ATCO's billing practices to figure out what happened and why. Chris McIntyre has more.
Here in the Yukon, the leaves are changing from green to yellow. It's a sign that summer is over and fall is right around the corner. Soon, it'll be winter. Yukon's Justice Minister says Yukoners shouldn't have to go through another winter worrying about whether or not they'll be able to afford electricity. That's why she says an investigation into ATCO's billing practices needs to happen now.
We want Yukoners to have fair and accurate billing. By doing this and having a third party do this, they will be able to determine the extent of the problems and really figure out for all of us what are the root causes and how is ATCO going to ensure this doesn't happen again.
ATCO Electric says an RFP is out now to hire an independent auditor. The company says it understands customers' frustration and it assures them that they will get answers about their fluctuating bills.
People want to see their accurate bills. That was the issue, and that is the issue we are focused on. This review, we're fairly confident that it'll show exactly that to customers, what happened this last winter, and looking forward to seeing those results and sharing them publicly.
Massey says ATCO is already improving its billing processes.
We've done a lot of work in behind the scenes, fixing that estimation tool, the billing system, hiring a few more people to ensure those reads are read and the actual reads are getting on customer bills. I wouldn't say that we are waiting for the outcome of this report to do something.
The Yukon NDP says it supports an investigation into the company's billing processes, but it says the company should not be picking the investigator.
What we're asking for, though, is that the utilities regulator, so the Yukon Utilities Board, look at both Yukon Energy and ATCO at their billing problems, and they do that as a truly independent regulatory body that has powers under the Public Utilities Act to do that kind of work, so that Yukoners know that that is being done independently and outside of the power of the company that they're having the problems with.
ATCO says once an auditor is chosen, then the investigation will begin. The company did not provide a timeline as to when that review would be completed. The Yukon government says ideally it would like to see the review completed and a response to the public this fall. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
While ATCO looks for an independent auditor to complete a review of its billing practices, CBC took to the streets in Whitehorse to see what Yukoners think.
Yes, it's 100%. They need to do an investigation and make it sure that there is like a clearance or everything that it's been resolved. Not only it will end up just only for investigating, right, without any actions or results.
We had a power bill earlier this winter, I believe it was in January, that came in at $17,000, and it kind of knocked the wind right out of our sails. There was a billing error there. They did correct it eventually, but there's a lot of there's lots to question in terms of their billing process.
I think it might not resolve it. It might shine a light on some things. And, considering there's only, 60, 70,000 customers, the infrastructure's there, it shouldn't be complicated. So I do hope they figure out what the hell to do.
Staying in Whitehorse, where the debate over mineral exploration in the city's copper belt brought residents out on Monday night. The city is considering whether to allow more exploration in areas where it's currently prohibited. It held a public hearing to hear what people think. Julian Green tells us what they said.
In an effort to expand its drilling program, Gladiator Metals continues to lobby the city. In the way, though, is the city's top land use policy.
Under the official community plan, the 3 sites the company is eyeing are designated as green space. The company wants those rezoned. Part of the process includes a public hearing. More than 30 people spoke Monday night. Randy Clarkson, who used to work in the mines, is supportive of the amendment.
We need to develop our natural resources so we can materially contribute to modern society and provide critical minerals, meaningful employment, and skills trainings for our children and our children's children.
Christine Aikens lives in Pine Ridge. She says there's nothing temporary about the proposed work, nor would it be limited to 3 tracts of land.
Allowing mineral exploration and drilling across these areas would significantly change how they may be used and would create uncertainty for long-term planning. This is not just a copper belt issue. Today, it's these 3 parcels. Tomorrow, it could be any future planning area in Whitehorse where valid mineral tenure exists.
Whether the city will pass the amendment remains an open question. The final vote is likely many months away. For now, city staff work to produce a final report based on what happened during that hearing. Julian Green, CBC News, Whitehorse.
The Union for Canadian North Flight Attendants says talks with the airline are not making progress, and it's seeking outside assistance to get a new collective agreement. The union, CUPE 8111, says it's issued what's called a notice of dispute under the Canada Labour Code. That notice calls in a federally appointed third party to help reach a deal. The union says workers and the company have been talking since March, and major issues like wages, unpaid work, working conditions, and scheduling are all still sticking points. CUPE says it represents almost 200 flight attendants at Canadian North. Canada has struck back at the United States, announcing retaliatory tariffs on about $26 billion of American goods. Ottawa also laid out plans to support workers during the trade war. Ashley Burke has those details.
Canadian ministers touring a metal roofing company feeling the pain from Donald Trump's tariffs, then laying out how they plan to strike back.
Canada must respond, and today we are, in a proportionate, targeted, and strategic way.
The government retaliating by matching Trump's new tariffs dollar for dollar, but not product for product. Officials say they're targeting more than 700 American goods, including fish, furniture, tools, and motorcycles, with levies between 15 to 50%.
The countermeasures are, the vast majority of them would have a substitution possible in a Canadian products.
America's steel and aluminum sectors expected to bear the brunt of the retaliation. Canada's doubling its counter tariffs to 50% to try and level the playing field for Canadian companies hurting.
We've been focusing and trying to grow our sales in the U.S. for the last 50 years, and now to see that disappear is quite a shock.
To help businesses and workers, ministers say they're rolling out another $7.5 billion in support, including access to liquidity, grants, and loans, and pushing Buy Canadian.
What is really important from this new chapter of the trade war is that actually when you choose a Canadian product, you're not only putting pressure on the U.S. Right now, you're protecting jobs.
The opposition questions how much the new measures could cost.
What will the retaliatory tariffs mean for grocery bills, gas prices, and the cost of everyday goods? How much more will families have to pay?
The government only says it's spending more money on support for Canadian businesses and workers impacted than it expects to raise from retaliatory tariffs. Those countermeasures set to kick in on September 8th. Ashley Burke, CBC News, Ottawa.
The collapse of trade talks between Canada and the U.S. has left people on both sides of the border feeling uncertain. Without a deal, the price of goods across the board could spike up, and that could hit Nunavut hard. Samuel Watt has that part of the story.
The trade war is on. US tariffs on $27 billion worth of goods are in effect, and Canada is hitting back. Ottawa announcing Tuesday dollar-for-dollar counter tariffs.
It's all about fairness. It's all about level playing field. It's all about supporting Canadian workers and Canadian businesses.
As Premier, I'm behind our federal negotiators and behind Prime Minister 100%.
Nunavut Premier John Mayne is standing behind Team Canada, but he is worried about the tit-for-tat between the two countries. Weaker Canadian businesses and higher prices on American goods could all drive up the cost of goods to the north.
Nunavut's already the most expensive place in the country to raise a family, to run a business. Anything that's going to further increase the cost of living is a huge concern for us.
Nearly all of Nunavut's mineral exports go to Europe, but Inuit art does have an American following. Paintings, sculptures, among those slapped with a 50% tax on exports to the US. Animal skin and fur too, though they have always faced strict border restrictions. Those behind Kingites art distributor West Baffin Cooperative are nervously waiting for clarity.
One of the interesting things is we haven't heard from a lot of our American gallery partners, and that's curious because I think they're still trying to figure out what this means.
As a luxury product, art already operates in a turbulent marketplace. Huffman believes artists need to diversify.
We are looking, certainly, and we have been for a while, looking to other markets globally to both enhance, our presence there, but also maybe in this case, to replace what we might be losing with the United States.
The federal government is also rolling out $7.5 billion to help workers and businesses weather the new American tariffs, a sign that there's still some ways to go toward mending this ruptured relationship. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
It was a frightening encounter for a group of berry pickers near Arctic Bay, Nunavut, last Sunday. The group came face to face with an aggressive polar bear cub. Though everyone walked away unscathed, it was an important lesson in staying safe while out on the land. The CBC's Eli Kakasik-Taktu has more from Arctic Bay.
It was a scare for berry pickers in Arctic Bay last Sunday after a family encountered a young polar bear cub while out berry picking just outside the community. Liana Barnabas was among the berry pickers who experienced the frightening encounter.
When my younger sister looked up the hill, she saw the bear coming towards us. I thought she had said she had seen a bumblebee, so I did not look right away and kept picking berries. Then she suddenly started running. That's when I finally looked back and saw the polar bear coming straight towards us.
There were about 12 people in the area known as No Liquor Sign. Imelo kang nangitok called in Inuktitut along with several other people berry picking nearby. As the polar bear approached, Adam Makbaluk stepped forward to protect the people in the area. He confronted the bear face to face in an effort to keep everyone safe.
It tried biting me, and I tried stabbing it, but I missed, so it went further back. I started shouting louder, and then it came at me again, opening its mouth and standing big. That's when I stabbed it in the head. After stabbing it, I started running to catch up with the people I was with, but the bear was still coming towards us.
With berry picking season underway for Nunavummiut and visitors alike, people heading out on the land are reminded to be prepared and carry the necessary supplies to protect themselves in case of a polar bear encounter. Fortunately, there were no injuries reported during the incident. The polar bear was later killed following the encounter. Eli Kakasaktaktu, CBC News, Arctic Bay.
Logically.
I'm Avon Golagon.
I know.
I need a fresh start. I want to make our community a better place.
You guys, what is it?
It's gonna piss a lot of people off, Sam.
It's kind of the point.
I'm not going back.
And so the story continues.
You know that girl.
You gotta be careful around these people. They're not our friends.
Sulagong to serve.
She possesses a raw talent that can't be taught.
I'll be with you every step of the way. First Aborigine to play on the centre court of Wimbledon.
Don't let anyone tell you you're not good enough.
I won't.
What the hell is going on? You're here to play tennis. Watch out for him.
Tennis can't be the only thing that I love.
Yvonne Goolagong is one match point away from winning a Wimbledon crown.
Goolagong on CBC Gem.
Friday night, there will be a bond formed between and among you that will never be broken.
I have dreams, Tim.
Maybe one day our dreams can merge together.
I've seen 3 of my best friends get killed. This is my life.
I'm offering you everything I got. This is our time. You look at each other and you ask yourselves, gentlemen, what kind of a man am I?
Friday Night Lights on CBC Gem.
Did you kill him?
He's the number 1 suspect.
I don't deserve this.
So you better watch your back, because I'm coming for you.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder.
Coronation Street on CBC and CBC Gem.
Want to get the most out of CBC News? Use the app or cbcnews.ca for live breaking news on the stories that matter to you. Whether it's local, national, or around the world, turn to CBC News.
For some Yellowknife students, going back to school today also means getting back out on the land. Welladae Catholic School is expanding a program that takes learning beyond the traditional classroom and puts Indigenous knowledge and outdoor skills at the center. Sarah St. Pierre has that story.
Gutting fish, chopping wood, and learning outside on the land. For some junior kindergarten students at Welladae Catholic School, that was just a regular day at school last year. The land-based program gives young students a chance to explore outdoors, take healthy risks, and learn through Indigenous knowledge. And after a successful first year, the school is expanding it into kindergarten.
We're obviously going to modify it slightly, but we still want kids to feel like they can take risks, that they can embrace creativity, that it's okay to go out and try something and do something.
And they have a classroom built for exactly that. The program has its own dedicated outdoor space, including a cabin where students can warm up in the winter.
I feel that land-based education really lends itself well to that, and kids feel a lot more confident and free to explore those risks in an outdoor classroom as opposed to a traditional classroom setting.
At the end of last year, older students even gave the space a land-inspired makeover with help from a local Clichon artist. And the school isn't stopping at kindergarten. The goal is to eventually offer land-based programming in every grade, all the way up to grade 12, expanding it one grade at a time. The principal believes it's only a matter of time before more schools in the NWT move in the same direction. And that's something that groups like Yellowknife-based Bush Kids and On the Land Learning Initiative have been advocating for.
Having a better alignment with who we are culturally and as individuals and as communities as well is, it's not a quick fix, but it is the change that we need to see more kids thriving in schools.
About 20 students will make up the new land-based kindergarten class, but for some of them, it won't be much of a transition. They were part of the land-based junior kindergarten class last year, so as they move up to kindergarten, the outdoor classroom moves with them. Sarah Saint-Pierre, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Construction of the new Ketsadanku School in the Yukon community of Burwash Landing is behind schedule. The school was supposed to open this year, but officials say that's now been pushed to 2028. The delay is due to a design error. The original construction plans didn't account for recent updates to the National Building Code. The code changes were made to better prepare structures for seismic activity like earthquakes. The Yukon government's Department of Highways and Public Works is responsible for the project. Officials say the flaw was caught early on during a design review and has now been fixed.
Right now, we're still looking into the cause of the design error. We haven't sort of found out that part of it yet. Our focus really is, getting the school built, moving forward, and continuing the project so we can get learners into the building and get them into the school.
Students in Burwash Landing currently go to school in the neighboring community of Destruction Bay. They'll continue to do so until their new school is finished. The crew of Canada's largest icebreaker is still riding high after a recent trip to the North Pole. The CCGS Louis S. Saint Laurent reached the North Pole last week. The goal of the trip was to map the bottom of the Arctic Sea with special sensors, which they say will help better define Canada's Arctic Ocean border. The icebreaker's captain says the trip has been memorable. This is his first time at the top of the world.
Even more of an adrenaline rush than I thought it was going to be after we successfully managed to get to the pole and play with the ship enough to actually get the GPS to tell us we were at 90 north was a pretty special moment for me, certainly. And based on the cheers from everybody else on the bridge with me, it was a pretty big moment for all of us, I think.
The team managed to play a game of hockey at the North Pole. They even met Santa Claus. The ship will continue its voyage in Arctic waters until November. Dolly Parton, one of the world's most beloved entertainers, has died. The singer and actor was 80 years old. Her publicist says she died peacefully in Nashville. Magda Gebrselassie looks back at her life.
Working 9 to 5. She was the songbird with the sunny personality and sky-high hair. Striking the right chords, writing legendary lyrics, and lighting up screens. Dolly Parton did it all for decades with flair.
It takes some effort to look like this.
Growing up in the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee,
When I was a child.
Parton was in a family of 14, living in a cabin with no electricity. Music was a source of light.
When people would come to our house, Mom would say, "Run and get your guitar."
At 13, she performed at the Grand Ole Opry. After high school, she moved to Nashville, met and married her husband, Carl Dean, co-wrote top 10 hits, and landed on the top 40 music chart with this cheeky song.
Just because I'm blonde, don't think I'm dumb, 'cause this dumb blonde ain't nobody's fool.
Parton sang about tough topics like poverty and complicated love stories. In movies, she sparkled from 9 to 5 to Steel Magnolias.
It's heaven right here on earth.
She reached new heights with her own theme park.
Welcome to Dollywood!
Dolly did it all. but it's the music that made her an icon. The Queen of Country has her place on the thrones of the Songwriters, Country, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fames. Beyond the music, Parton's core was rooted in God and her love for people. She supported marginalized communities, and she was an advocate for children. Through Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, kids around the world got free books.
As a celebrity, at a certain point where you are in a position to help, you should help.
Parton and her husband never had children of their own. They were together for more than 60 years when Dean passed away in 2025. Parton wrote that he was in God's arms. And to her fans, now so is she. Magda Gebrselassie, CBC News, Toronto.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with scenes from the very end of the Ingram Trail outside Yellowknife. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.
I'm Roger Corley.
I'm Avon Golagon.
I know.
I need a fresh start. I want to make our community a better place.
You guys, what is it?
It's gonna piss a lot of people off, Sam.
It's kind of the point.
I'm not going back.
And so the story continues.
You know that girl.
You gotta be careful around these people. They're not our friends.